Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the G7, the countries of the G7, the members, they decide and they considered appropriate to, after they already froze the Russian, assets in the West, they are determining the assets, the value, use. They will use them to, or at least they're talking about more and more, which is going to happen, about using those assets for the so-called reconstruction of Ukraine. Now, as always, try to put yourself in the position as an individual, you, and put it in someone else's shoes and see how things could be analyzed. So let's see what these guys determined. This article comes from Republic World, that's an Indian media outlet. It's from October 13th, 2022, today. And I'm quoting the Kremlin, pure international racketeering. So Kremlin criticizes G7 nations' plan to use Russian assets for reconstruction of Ukraine. Peskov's statement comes after G7 nations released a joint statement where they mentioned about using Russia's funds for Ukraine's reconstruction. Amid ongoing war between Moscow and Kiev, no, it's between Moscow and the United States of America and its vassal states, which is NATO and European Union and Australia and New Zealand and Japan. Russia has criticized G7 nations for considering to use Russian assets for reconstruction work in Ukraine. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that the plans of G7 leaders was viewed, quote-unquote, extremely negatively, end quote, by Russia, and termed it, quote-unquote, pure international racketeering. TASS reported. Peskov's statement comes after G7 nations released a joint statement where they mentioned about using Russia's funds for Ukraine's reconstruction. Dmitry Peskov said that G7 nations were speaking about, quote-unquote, blatant attempts to discuss the possibility of legalizing previously committed theft, end quote. He called it very sad. Well, you have to do more about it, not only call it sad. That such topics were raised and discussed at these forums. What do you think, man? As for the TASS report, I'm telling you, and I said this before, Russian leadership is naive. Those guys do not understand that the other side is in it to destroy them. You call it sad? Is that the best, I don't know, words you can use? And you just, oh, it's just this, oh my God, it's illegal. You are talking with these guys that are doing stuff to you. They are doing to you. You might be doing to Ukraine, but you don't do it to them. They do it to you. When is Russian leadership going to understand? I think they understood, but I don't understand this little game. They play like a little, virgin woman seeing a, like, oh my God, oh no. What are you talking about? That rapist is about to do it to you. What are you going to do? You're going to be just, I really don't like it. I feel very sad. Is that what you're going to do? These guys are taking your stuff, and it's not $3, it's billions of dollars. And they're going to use it to help your enemy, which is not the enemy. Ukraine is not the enemy. The enemy is farther away than Ukraine. It's about 6,000 miles to the west of the Ukrainian-Russian border. Even more, I think. But anyway, you got the understanding of this one. And he's sad. Peskov is sad. Oh my God, okay. I think I'm sad too. I'm going to shed a tear for you. So the G7 nations said that they should safeguard Ukraine's ability to defend itself and ensure Ukraine's reconstruction, including considering ways to do it with Russian funds, notably US and its allies. No, US told its weasel states imposed economic sanctions against the Bank of Russia and have frozen Russia's gold, no, and foreign exchange reserves. Furthermore, transactions related to assets of Bank of Russia and with any legal entity has been placed under ban. And I'm quoting. The G7 leaders welcome President Zelensky's readiness for a just peace. This should include the following elements. And I'm continuing here. Respecting the UN Charter's protection of territorial integrity and sovereignty. Like Yugoslavia 1999, right? Okay, you should respect that. Great. Safeguarding Ukraine's ability to defend itself in the future. Give them money and weapons, mostly. Ensuring Ukraine's recovery and reconstruction. Getting money from other people, and the bankers are going to invest. International Monetary Fund and the Bank of World Bank are going to just help like they help everybody, because they're just good people, man. They're just good. So ensuring Ukraine's recovery and reconstruction, including exploring avenues to do so with funds from Russia. Why is Russia going to donate? Pursuing accountability for Russia's crimes committed during the war. Ukraine did not commit any crimes. United States never. Those countries never. France never. United States, as I said, Great Britain never. We know Germany has never done it. And Italy as well. All right, so if you want to go to others, we can go to others too. According to a statement released by G7. So, I'm sorry you're sad, Peskov, but the reality is that you should be more than sad about it. Well, what can I say? Russia cannot prevent that from happening. That will happen without Russia's agreement or disagreement. The problem is they can't do anything about it. The only thing they can say, call a spade, call what it is, how you see it. And you say, this is, all you do is, I'm sad, or we see it very negatively. What the hell is that all about? This is as I started before, my little rant, if you want to call it that way, and I don't really know. These guys over here are ready to take care of you, like all of you. They want you to be their vassal states, like the Western Europe. They're allies. Is that what you want? Do you think they want to do it by talking to you? That's already gone. The ship has sailed. And you're still, you're just thinking about, oh my God, sadness. No. What are you going to do about it? Well, I would think about it and I would say it. I would do this, I would do this, I will do this, I will do this. If that occurs, this is what I'm going to do. And not only that, I'm going to be fucked up and I'm going to do it. So I would be more aggressive in the language that I would use, because you have to call it as it is. That's theft. Well, you say, well, you deserve that, you deserve that, you deserve that. Well, okay, why don't you say it? It's you guys against us. It's not Ukraine and Ukraine. Ukraine is just a battlefield that these guys chose for these guys. They tried Syria. Remember, they tried Syria. And in Syria, they were not able. No, they tried Georgia. They tried Abkhazia and South Ossetia. They tried the Caucasus, right? The same area. They tried Transnistria. It was a different story. They tried, how do you call those? Chechnya. All these things were from outside. It was not like, oh my God, we don't like the Russians. All of a sudden, we hate the Russians. The same here. So I think they are aware, but I don't know why they use this kind of weasel language. They should just say, this is going to happen, and I'm going to do it. And do it. Do it. Do whatever you say. And the Russians were consistent in doing what they say they will do. And start saying those guys are active participants in the conflict, because they are. But probably you can't do anything about it. What are you going to do? Start bombing Western Europe or the United States because they're active participants? So they're avoiding doing that. The other side knows that. And the other side wants to get involved but not being hit. They want to hit but not being hit. Oh no, you can hit me. I'm not a participant. But you are actively funding and helping and probably already organizing the whole military operation, defense operation. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.